Good Monday morning. Father Andrew Dickinson here with your Newman Center update on Monday, April 18th. Happy Easter. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk today about friendship. Is there anything better than friendship? But first, a reminder of things going on. Make sure you're liking our Facebook page. The address there for you. Find us, you like us. We're very good at putting our events up there. Also to remind you that on Tuesday night, we'll have a display 7 o'clock down St. Thomas More about saints. People ask you about saints. What is a saint? Why do we have saints as Catholics? Make sure you go to that. It should be a great time to learn about the saints. So I want to talk with you today about friendship. Beautiful gift of friendship. Jesus himself in the gospel says, I call you friends. And this is sparked by two things. Number one is Amoris Laetitia, the recent exhortation by Pope Francis. Number two is Sherlock Holmes. That's right, I've gotten into streaming the BBC television series Sherlock, which is a modern retelling of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's classic detective stories of Sherlock Holmes and his friend, Dr. John Watson, his friend. Now, as you watch the show, if you watch the show, you'll notice that this close friendship forms between Sherlock and Dr. Watson. And when other people view that friendship from the outside, they almost always assume that Sherlock and Dr. Watson are romantically or erotically involved with one another. Interesting, isn't it? How the world around us views friendship and how this television series catches that tension that we seem in some ways to be devaluing friendship and assume that anyone who is close is erotically or romantically involved. Intimacy and friendship are good and necessary things, but they're not always romantic things. They're not always erotic things. And that's why I bring this up in the context of Amoris Laetitia, the exhortation by Pope Francis. Because when the world hears about Pope Francis teaching about marriage and divorce and even at times same-sex relationships or same-sex attraction, it thinks to itself, well, finally the church is going to let these people be happy. Because right now the church, by saying that some of these relationships can't be marriage, is saying that we don't want these people to be happy. But that's not the truth, because not all relationship happiness is found in erotic or romantic relationships. In fact, a lot of happiness in relationships is found especially in friendship, and we've lost the value of friendship. I can think back to when I was in high school, and I had a very good friend. We did a lot of things together, science and music, and she was a friend. But you know what I often called her to my parents? Just a friend. Just a friend. As if friendship is something inconsequential, as if friendship is something that isn't really worth our time compared to someone being a boyfriend or a girlfriend. See, when the world reads and hears the church teaching on marriage and morality in terms of erotic or romantic relationships, the world often thinks to itself that the church just doesn't want these people to be happy. Nothing could be farther from the truth. But we also believe that happiness can be found not just in those relationships, but in friendship. So I encourage you, dear friends, here at Pius South Newman Center, is to learn about the beauty and the goodness of friendship as given by Jesus and his church, and how that's the answer to a lot of difficulties in our lives. God bless you and have a great week.